This is trending back with a YouTube video explaining the best EV cars on the road in 2021.
Audi Q4 e-tron. Roughly the same size as a Q5, it takes Audi's design cue like the single-frame grille and muscular arches and exaggerates them to good effect. Customers can choose a paint that reflects shortwave sunlight to minimize heat buildup and have the option of 25 different lighting packages. Dual motors produce 306 PS, 225 kilowatts, and the 82 kWh battery pack should provide a 280-mile range. Audi e-tron GT. Based on the Porsche Taycan's architecture, the GT is likely to get 3 electric motors for a 590 PS, 433 kilowatts, output and a 95 kWh battery providing 250 miles of range. Oh, and Audi has already teased an RS model which was used as a pace car for the Spa 24 Hours. This should top 700 PS, 515 kilowatts, making it the most powerful Audi ever and letting it hit 62 miles per hour in less than 3 seconds. BMW i4. As its name suggests, the BMW i4 is an electrified variant of the new 4 Series, in particular the Gran Coupe, and is set to be no slouch with a 530 PS, 390 kilowatts, motor run from an 80 kWh battery pack, good for a sub-4 second 0 to 62 miles per hour time and a 370-mile range. The car will adopt the concept's curved screen which spans the instrument panel ahead of the driver in the center console in one piece with almost all functions controlled through touchscreen tech. BMW's M division already has its hands on the car with a view to future performance models. Ford Mustang Mach-E power outputs range from 261 PS, 192 kilowatts, in the base single-motor model to 341 PS, 251 kilowatts, in the all-wheel drive, twin-motor range topper, and there's a 465 PS, 342 kilowatts, Mustang Mach-E GT model still to come. Power is delivered in one of 3 modes: Whisper, Engage, and Unbridled. Yes, really, and, taking a cue from Tesla, a huge upright center screen controls almost all of the car's functions, although the driver does get some instruments ahead of the wheel. Hyundai Ioniq 5. Hyundai and sister company Kia have embraced the EV revolution and used it as a way to modernize and give their product range a new impetus, albeit also continuing down the hydrogen fuel cell path. The Ioniq 5 is based closely on Concept 45, and the number references the number of years since the company unveiled its very first car, the Pony Coupe concept. Like that machine, it is a study in minimalism and clean surfaces, looking a bit like an updated Lancia Hyena albeit supersized. We don't know a great deal more about the Ioniq 5 other than it will be the foundation for an all-electric spin-off brand and is likely to have 2 electric motors providing all-wheel drive and a 300-mile-plus range. But to be honest, the looks have us sold regardless. Lexus UX300D. Lexus has long been championing hybrid propulsion, thanks to parent company Toyota's pioneering Prius, but this is its first foray into pure electric power. A 203 PS, 150 kilowatts, electric motor drives the front wheels and a 54 kWh battery pack provides a touch under 200 miles of range. We've actually been lucky enough to drive a pre-production model and, like everything Lexus, the UX300E just works, doing everything asked of it in comfort, luxury, and silence. And will probably continue to do so for decades. Mercedes EQB. Like most manufacturers, Mercedes has seemingly picked a couple of Scrabble tiles out of the bag to represent its electric range, in this case EQ. The first of these, the mid-sized EQC SUV, is already on sale and set to be joined by 2 smaller siblings next year. And if anyone hoped that electric cars might see the end of the SUV proliferation, sorry, their higher rooflines means they are better suited to the skateboard-type platforms common to EVs. The Mercedes EQB is essentially an electric version of the GLB compact SUV with twin motors for all-wheel drive and a range of between 250 and 300 miles. Mercedes EQA. The Mercedes EQA looks a bit more interesting to our eyes since, although it is also based on an existing crossover, the GLA, its futuristic styling befits its new power plant. It is likely to get both fronts and all-wheel drive variants and a 250-mile range to compete directly with the Volkswagen ID.3. Electric E-Class and S-Class spin-offs are also in the works. Nissan Ariya. Nissan doesn't really receive the credit it deserves for the Leaf, the first practical and affordable electric car for many people. No doubt if it had raised it up a bit and put some cladding on the car, it would have flown out of showrooms. Well, Nissan has learned from its error, and its next EV is a compact SUV with bold styling and all-important black wheel arches filled